In today's news, another COVID outbreak just north of Bangkok, Nok Air files for its own rehabilitation plan, and a new way to chase out house burglars that I would not recommend. All this coming right up. Sawadee krap, you're watching Thailand News Today, and we give a warm shout out to Taryn Ruig, who's joined us as a Thaiger Legend member. Now you can be one too by hitting that join button to support the channel. Also, have you downloaded our free app as yet? It's available for Android and Apple phones and is the easiest way to keep up to date with everything Thailand, including this show here, Thailand News Today. You can select notifications for various topics or turn the notifications off altogether. It's totally free and waiting for you to download anytime you want. All right, on to the news, where today the Public Health Department reported 2,636 new cases and 25 COVID-related deaths. 671 of today's cases come from Thailand's prisons. Bottom line, the average daily case report remains fairly consistent, with the 2,000 to 2,500 per day adding to the totals over the past 3 weeks. A Bangkok market plus another one just north of the capital have recorded hundreds of new COVID infections. Over 860 new cases have been detected at Pathum Thani's Si Mueang Mueang market, while officials in Bankruptcy district have confirmed the 3-day closure of Bankruptcy market following a spike of infections over there. Between May the 7th and the 15th, health officials tested 10,480 people at the market. 8% of them tested positive for COVID. Of those, 70% are Thai and the remainder are migrant workers. A 400-bed field hospital has now opened at the market, and an additional 400 beds are being delivered today. Meanwhile, the Health Ministry announced that the source of infection at the market is the turnstiles at the public toilets, but critics remain skeptical about the explanation. Virologist Dr. Yong Poovorawan says that people can contract COVID again after a full recovery from a bout of the virus. So he said that they should all be vaccinated. The head of the Center of Excellence in Clinical Virology at Chulalongkorn University says that inoculation is needed to prevent a repeat of the infection even in recovered patients. Immunity after having a bout of COVID-19 has been seen to decline after 6 months. According to a study reported in Nature magazine, people should get vaccinated about 3 months after being initially infected with COVID-19. By September, 70% of the population in Thailand is expected to have received at least their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. The accelerated rollout of vaccines is expected to take off next month when the locally produced AstraZeneca vaccine comes on the line to help with the rollout. Thailand's public health minister says the government will focus on administering the first shot to the majority of the populations within the next 3 to 4 months and assures the public that doses will be available for a second shot. Both vaccines currently available in Thailand require 2 doses. As of yesterday, just over 1.5 million people had received their first dose of the vaccine, while over 800,000 people are now fully vaccinated against the coronavirus. In previous statements, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha says the Thai government aims to vaccinate 50 million people by the end of the year. Since late February, Thailand has started its immunizations, but many doses were sent to Phuket and Koh Samui in an effort to reach herd immunity in order to reopen to foreign travelers as soon as possible. Since late February, Thailand has started its immunizations, but many doses were sent to Phuket and Koh Samui in an effort to reach herd immunity in order to reopen to foreign travelers as soon as possible. The situation for foreigners waiting to be vaccinated remains opaque. We'll of course bring you any news about this as soon as it becomes available. Police in the western province of Kanchanaburi have found 19 Burmese migrants concealed in a small truck. The discovery comes as officers are ordered to crack down on migrant workers crossing illegally into Thailand. Local police were acting on a tip-off that Burmese migrants were being smuggled across the border in the district of Sangkhlaburi. The tip-off contained information on the truck, so police were on the lookout as it crossed through a checkpoint. The 38-year-old Thai driver was arrested. Concealed in the back of the truck, officers found 11 men and 8 women, with the driver admitting he had been hired to pick up the migrants and transport them to Thong Pa Phum district in exchange for 2,000 baht. The suspect is now in custody, facing a number of charges. He was previously arrested in 2019 when he was detained transporting 8 illegal migrants over the border. The 19 Burmese nationals are being held at the Thong Pa Phum police station, awaiting deportation back to Myanmar. And we'll be right back after this quick break.
This episode of Thailand News Today is sponsored by RE Marketing. This is the same company the Thaiger uses for all our SEO, marketing and web traffic requirements. The Thaiger's also offering huge discounts on all marketing campaigns right now. Details in the description below.
All right, back to the news. A huge methamphetamine shipment found on a Thai cargo boat docked in Sydney, Australia earlier this month is believed to be linked to a Hong Kong drug smuggling network. The haul was valued around 2.4 billion baht. Thailand's Narcotics Suppression Bureau believes the shipment is connected to the Hong Kong drug kingpin Lee Chuang-chak. 316 kilograms of meth were found concealed in barbecue grills and water heaters when officers searched the ship's cargo following discrepancies in the consignment information. It's understood the shipment was declared as food and electrical goods at Chonburi's Lam Chabang seaport in eastern Thailand. Nok Air has handed its business rehabilitation plan after extending the deadline twice. The airline's creditors will meet to discuss the plan and decide whether to go ahead. It would then need to be approved by Thailand's Central Bankruptcy Court. The court only yesterday approved a rehabilitation plan for Thai Airways following 6 months of negotiation over its 300 billion baht black hole. Last September, Nok Air reported that revenue was down by 48% year-on-year and reported a net loss of 3.9 billion baht. If the rehabilitation plan is not accepted, Nok Air will be carved up and sold. Now, if an intruder breaks into your house, you have some options on how to react. But an elderly woman in Chonburi discovered that maybe you should not respond by setting your own house on fire. The woman heard thieves trying to break into her house in Panatnikhom district. She lives alone, and when she heard the noises, she thought she could scare them away by turning on her gas stove and burning a few things from around the house. You can't make this up. The 77-year-old said she wanted the burglars to know that she meant business and was going to put up a fight. But after apparently scaring the thieves off, she attempted to douse the flames with some water. I'm laughing here. But the fire ended up spreading quickly and the whole house was soon engulfed in flames. She fled the house, called the police, and waited for firefighters to arrive. It took them 30 minutes to bring the blaze under control, but the 2-story house was destroyed. I laugh, but I genuinely feel sorry for the lady. A spokesman for the police confirmed that, pending investigation, the woman will face legal action as a result of the house fire. The moral of the story, if you're trying to find one, is if you hear someone breaking into your home, call the police and put your cigarette lighter back in your pocket. And that'll be all for the show. Check out this video that just popped up right here for more Thaiger content. See you in the next video, and Sawadee krap.